I've got the power. Nope, no more singing. But we are going to be looking at power. I need to figure out a way to distribute the power throughout the cabinet. So there's going to be a 12-volt power supply. It's going to be fixed here permanently. I have a 5-volt power supply. It's going to be fixed here permanently. As you can see, it's getting pretty busy on the floor here. I've got a bass shaker. This hole here is for this big, well, it's huge, big subwoofer. It doesn't leave a whole lot of room. What I'm thinking of doing is installing a shelf. It's going to, well, I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but okay. So there's going to be a shelf. It's going to sit on some ledges. I'm going to be able to wire from the power up to these terminal blocks, and then from there it's going to feed throughout the cabinet. They may run on the side, on both sides, depending on where things go. I'll be able to put the step-up converter. This is going to increase my voltage to 6.3, which powers I think the buttons at the front. So that's the plan. So we're going to give that a go, and then we'll see where we end up. So I've secured these to the board. It's like a little screw here and then a little screw at the back, and I've done that as well to the 12-volt power supply. One thing that I just did, and I don't know if this is wrong or right, but I'm just doing it a way if I have to change it. I made a gap here because what I want to do, maybe if it'll work, is run a power or cord channel. It'll come through here. I don't know how it'll look, but it just sort of made sense to me to leave a gap, leave this here, so if I need to run cables, and I did it on both sides, if I need to run cables, I can slide this up to the edge, run through here. These are covered. Just makes everything look tidy. And so again, I don't know if they'll be used, but I'm just, I guess, future proofing as I progress with the power distribution, that I may end up using these, because these will feed power up here onto this ledge. And I did mount these two here, so I've got this board here. I'm not going to permanently screw everything in because I will be having to move it, I'm sure. So once I'm happy with everything, I could actually go ahead and install the subwoofer, keep it covered maybe, just to get it out of the way, and the bass shaker. Again, just to install it, so it's positioned there, and we just keep going. So I think for the most part I've figured out the positioning of the power distribution, the terminal blocks, and the power supplies. I'm not doing any wiring today. This is just to get positions ready for when I permanently mount things and when I start wiring. But as you can see, I've got the two power supplies there. I've got a 5-volt power supply there, the 12-volt power supply thing. These channels, I thought I was going to lay them down. I'm actually put them on the sides and then run things up here. It's going to run up to this platform that I've built. And as you can see, I've just laid out some post-it notes. When I do install it, I will put some labels. I'll use the label maker to sort of put labels on the boards. I've got a 5-volt, all commons. So all the black wires from the different power supplies will actually all join together. And then we've got 12-volt power supply, and then the 6.3. The 6.3 actually, the 12-volt goes to this step-down converter, and the output of these will go to the 6.3. The 6.3 is used to power the lamps of the buttons. 12-volt does a lot of the toys, the monitors, the LCD screen, or the DMD screen, sorry. Common. And the 5-volt is going to control the Pinscape board, and then it's also going to control the LEDs. So that's what this is. I'm not going to mount anything permanently, but it just sort of gives you an idea of where I think this is going to end up. I don't know if these are all right. If I have no idea. I've seen pictures, but you know, this is just a placeholder, and so I'm good with that. So I'll wrap this up. Thanks for watching.